Welcome to Doomsday-Prepper, where we help you prepare for the worst so you can survive anything. If you're serious about being ready for the unexpected, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss a single tip that could save your life. Today we're diving into what it takes to survive when disaster strikes out of nowhere. Whether it's a sudden natural disaster, a violent encounter, or a total societal breakdown, the key to survival is staying calm, thinking fast, and being prepared before it happens. Let's get into it. 1. The importance of situational awareness. One of the biggest factors in surviving the unexpected is situational awareness, the ability to recognize threats before they escalate. Most people walk through life completely unaware of their surroundings, making them easy targets in an emergency. But you can train yourself to observe exits, watch body language, and scan for potential dangers everywhere you go. If you're in a crowded area, identify safe spots where you could take cover. When you're in a vehicle, always have an escape route planned. If you're in a store, note emergency exits. Your ability to see trouble coming could mean the difference between life and death. A great exercise to improve awareness is the Cooper color code. White, unaware; yellow, relaxed but alert; orange, potential threat identified; and red, action mode. Always live in condition yellow, staying alert but calm. The more you practice, the faster you'll react when disaster strikes. Whether it's a mugging, an earthquake, or an active shooter, the person who sees it first has the best chance of survival. Train yourself to spot danger before it spots you. 2. Everyday carry, EDC, your first line of defense. Your everyday carry, EDC, is the set of items you keep on you at all times to help in a crisis. A solid EDC includes a multi-tool, flashlight, fire starter, pocket knife, and a compact first aid kit. If laws allow, carrying a self-defense tool like pepper spray, a tactical pen, or a firearm can give you an edge in unexpected situations. Your EDC should be lightweight but effective enough to handle emergencies. A small power bank and backup phone battery ensure you can call for help. Keep cash in small denominations in case ATMs are down. A small notebook with emergency contacts is crucial if your phone dies. In an urban setting, add a glass breaker to escape vehicles and a foldable N95 mask to protect against dust, smoke, or chemical exposure. In rural areas, a water purification straw could save your life. Having the right tools before disaster strikes ensures you're never caught off guard. If you don't have an EDC kit yet, start building one today, because the unexpected doesn't wait for you to be ready. 3. Mastering quick decision-making. Panic kills more people than disaster itself. The key to surviving the unexpected is making fast and effective decisions. When chaos erupts, your brain can freeze if you haven't trained yourself to act under pressure. A great mental exercise is the OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, act. Train yourself to process situations quickly, identify the best course of action, and move without hesitation. For example, if you hear gunshots, do you run, hide, or fight? If your car is sinking in water, do you open the door or break the window? If a riot breaks out, do you blend in or escape immediately? Knowing these answers beforehand prevents hesitation. The best way to improve decision-making is through stress inoculation training. Practice small emergencies before they happen. Time yourself escaping a locked car, navigating a building blindfolded, or starting a fire in the rain. The more challenges you face before a crisis, the calmer you'll be when it's real. Fast, decisive action saves lives. Train your mind to stay calm, analyze, and execute when the unexpected happens. 4. Improvising shelter and cover. Disasters don't wait for you to find shelter. Sometimes you have to make your own. If a storm, riot, or nuclear event forces you from home, knowing how to improvise shelter is a survival skill that could save your life. In the wilderness, learn to build a lean-to, debris hut, or snow cave using natural materials. A tarp and paracord can make a quick rainproof shelter in minutes. In extreme cold, insulating with leaves or debris can prevent hypothermia. In urban areas, finding shelter is different. If buildings are compromised, underground parking garages, stairwells, or abandoned cars can provide temporary safety. Knowing how to barricade doors and stay hidden from threats is crucial. A thermal blanket, plastic sheeting, or even large trash bags can be used for warmth and protection from wind or rain. Learning to adapt your surroundings into survival tools is a skill that turns you from a victim into a survivor. 5. Finding water. When you least expect it, you can only survive 3 days without water, but in an unexpected disaster, your supply might be cut off instantly. Knowing how to find and purify water is critical. Always carry a compact water filter in your EDC, like a life straw or purification tablets. In cities, check fire hydrants, toilet tanks, not the bowl, and fountains for emergency water sources. In the wilderness, look for flowing water like streams or rivers. Avoid stagnant water, which is more likely contaminated. Collect rainwater using tarps or plastic sheeting. If no filter is available, boil water for at least 1 minute to kill bacteria. If you're trapped indoors, your home's water heater stores gallons of clean water. Drain it if necessary. In extreme emergencies, soak a clean cloth in morning dew or use a solar still to collect moisture. Water is a non-negotiable survival priority. Having a way to purify and store it ensures you stay alive when the taps run dry. 6. Securing emergency food sources. Food isn't as immediate a survival priority as water, but after 72 hours without it, your energy, decision-making, and morale start to decline. When disaster strikes unexpectedly, you need a plan to secure food fast. If you're at home, your pantry is your first supply point. Canned goods, dry rice, beans, and peanut butter provide high-energy, non-perishable nutrition. If power is out, eat perishable food first before it spoils. In urban areas, knowing where to forage safely is key. Grocery stores and gas stations will be raided quickly, but vending machines, office break rooms, and lesser-known storage areas may still have supplies. Avoid crowded places, they turn dangerous fast. In the wilderness, trapping, fishing, and foraging become vital skills. Carrying snare wire, fishing line, and a knowledge of edible plants increases survival odds. Dandelions, acorns, and cattails are found in many areas and provide sustenance. Stockpiling food beforehand is always best, but when you're caught off guard, adapt, think fast, and secure calories before your body starts failing. 7. Urban and wilderness escape tactics. Knowing how to escape dangerous situations can save your life when chaos erupts. Whether it's an active shooter, civil unrest, or being lost in the wilderness, the key is planning ahead and staying calm under pressure. In urban settings, always identify multiple exit routes whenever you enter a building. If an attack or riot breaks out, avoid bottlenecks like main entrances. Use side doors, rooftops, or even windows. Have a backup meeting point if separated from family. If you're being followed, change your route, enter a public place, or use reflective surfaces to spot the threat without making it obvious. Avoid dead-end alleys and never go where escape routes are limited. In the wilderness, the key to survival is staying found or knowing how to navigate out. If you have a map and compass, use them. If not, follow water sources downhill. They often lead to civilization. Mark your path as you travel to avoid getting turned around. Escape is all about staying ahead of threats, knowing where to go, and never panicking. Always have a plan before disaster forces you to make one. 8. Basic first aid for unexpected injuries. A medical emergency in a crisis can be a death sentence if you're not prepared. Hospitals may be overwhelmed or inaccessible, so knowing first aid can mean the difference between life and death. Your first aid kit should always include bandages, antiseptic wipes, gauze, tourniquets, pain relievers, and clotting agents. Learn how to treat wounds, burns, fractures, and shock. These are the most common survival injuries. For bleeding wounds, apply direct pressure and elevate the limb. If bleeding is severe and won't stop, use a tourniquet above the wound, but only as a last resort. For broken bones, immobilize the area with makeshift splints. Sticks, cloth, or even duct tape can stabilize fractures until help is available. For burns, cool the area with clean water, then cover with a sterile dressing. Never use butter or oil, they trap heat and worsen burns. CPR and Heimlich maneuver training could save lives in cardiac arrest or choking situations. In a long-term survival event, knowledge of herbal remedies can supplement medical supplies when they run out. Being your own first responder is a must when disaster strikes. Train now, because you won't have time to learn in an emergency. 9. Mental fortitude, the ultimate survival tool. Your mindset is the most important survival tool you have. Fear, panic, and hopelessness kill more people than hunger, thirst, or injury. If you want to survive the unexpected, mental resilience is non-negotiable. The best way to develop mental toughness is through stress exposure. Train yourself by pushing through discomfort. Cold showers, fasting, hiking in tough conditions, or sleep deprivation builds resilience. In a survival situation, control what you can and adapt to what you can't. Focus on small victories, securing water, finding shelter, starting a fire. Keeping your mind active with tasks, problem-solving, and purpose prevents despair from setting in. Meditation and controlled breathing help regulate panic. The 4-7-8 breathing technique, inhale 4 seconds, hold 7 seconds, exhale 8 seconds, calms the nervous system and keeps your thinking clear. Staying positive isn't about false hope. It's about understanding that survival is a battle of endurance. Your body will follow wherever your mind leads, so train it to be strong. 10. The power of community and quick alliances. Surviving alone is possible, but surviving with a group increases your chances exponentially. A well-organized community offers protection, skills, and resources that one person alone may lack. Before disaster strikes, build connections with like-minded preppers, neighbors, and trusted friends. Know who has medical skills, tactical experience, or food production knowledge. Even if you don't have a large group, strong alliances can be formed quickly when survival depends on it. In a crisis, observe before trusting. Desperation makes people dangerous, and bad alliances can get you killed. Look for competence, resourcefulness, and reliability. Avoid people who are panicked, entitled, or unwilling to contribute. Communication is key. Use ham radios, walkie-talkies, or coded signals to stay connected when standard methods fail. Having a group emergency plan ensures everyone knows what to do when SHTF. At the end of the day, lone wolves don't survive long-term. The strongest survivalists aren't just physically prepared, they're strategically networked. Survival isn't about luck. It's about being prepared before the unexpected happens. Every second counts in a crisis, and the decisions you make today could determine